Hello, lovelies. I am using a microphone. This is a new thing. I have no idea how well this is going to work, but we're trying it out. So, I just recently learned about black canvases. I did not have a black canvas. I had a white canvas and some black paint. So, this is my black canvas. I'm going to try to do a nighttime, winter painting, hoping to have it in a forest with a cabin, and I kind of want to add some horror elements. I'm not sure exactly what yet. So we're just gonna figure it out as we go. So yeah, let's get started. All right, let's talk paint. This is the paint that I used to cover my canvas. It's just a black acrylic paint from Apple Barrel. The other ones are from Winsor & Newton. I've got lemon yellow, raw umber, titanium white, phthalo green, cerulean blue, and cadmium red. And then I have a Liquitex basic acrylic paint, Payne's Gray. So those are the paints that I will be using on this painting. Right off the bat, I realized that I should not have waited for the canvas to dry completely because my paints were not blending very well into the background. But I managed to salvage that by just adding on some more paint and just getting it in there, I guess. But yeah, I was very happy that I was able to kind of salvage that and get a passable sky. The forest is really starting to come together, and I start to realize at this point that I did not add snow yet, and I've been adding the trees to the foreground, so I started trying to add some snow, and I was attempting to use my palette knife. I honestly have not used palette knives very much, and that was not working out the way I expected, so I just kind of went back to a paintbrush. I would really like to kind of develop more skills with a palette knife, but I haven't taken the time to practice with that, and I really just wanted to get this painting done instead of spending a ton of time practicing, I guess, on a particular thing. So now I am adding my cabin into the foreground over the snow. The paint is still wet, so things are blending a lot better this time. Trying to get the proportions right on the cabin was very tricky, and I, didn't really do it that well. But it's the first time really that I've been painting a cabin with acrylics especially. So yeah, I don't know. I'm proud of how it ends up turning out. Your painting doesn't have to be perfect in order for you to enjoy it. It's part of this process that I've been really starting to try to embrace more, because I can get really frustrated when things don't turn out as expected. It can be discouraging, but you don't have to be discouraged. It's part of the process, and that's one thing that I've been trying to kind of let go of, is the idea of perfection or whatever you want to call it, because it's not going to be perfect, especially starting out. This is my 9th painting, I think, this year. And so I've learned a lot. I probably couldn't have painted this well last year. So I've been just trying to learn as much as I can and just kind of embrace the journey along the way. And yeah, I attempted to add snow to the trees in the background, but it was ending up looking a little too bright. So I just kind of left it, and I still kind of look at the painting now after it's finished, and I'm just like, I wonder if I should add snow to the background, but I don't really want to go ahead and do that because I don't want it to be too bright in the background. I began adding in some highlights, some glow from the lights that are inside this cabin, and I started trying to put them on the snow and started getting a little too bright, and I was like, oh no, what do I do? And then that tree was kind of in the way, so I just decided to go over the tree, and then I ended up liking it a lot better without that tree there, actually. It kind of opened it up to where it felt a little bit more like the path was just open to the cabin, like that's that's the direction we're supposed to go. Like I said before, I wanted to add some horror elements to this painting, so I added some claw marks and then a dark shadowy figure up in the upper part of the house. I decided to add 2 little eyes up in the right-hand corner in the forest, and then I decided to open up the cabin, and I thought it would be kind of cool to have some footprints coming out like somebody was escaping, and I was already planning on putting some blood on the snow, but I kind of got a little carried away and I added in the victim. So yeah, now we've got a true crime painting. This painting was so much fun to do, you guys. If you have not tried a landscape and adding in some tiny details of like horror or mystery or even just like a seek and find kind of thing, I really want to do more of these types of paintings because it was just so much fun. I'm so glad I decided to focus on painting, and it's just been incredible to learn so much more. I would have never been able to paint this kind of a scene last year, even though I was, you know, I've always been fairly artistic, but it's just, I've learned so much this year. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe so you can see my next video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.